Some breaking news now here in Washington out of a federal court. A judge is now unpausing that temporary pause on that so-called buyout program, that deferred resignation for millions of federal workers. Remember that? That's that fork in the road email that's kind of gotten so much attention. Why? Well, this judge says the unions suing lack standing because they're not directly impacted. Instead, they're suing on behalf of the workers who are getting this offer. Now, the White House says something like 65,000 workers have accepted what's being colloquially called a buyout here. They want a lot more to take this up. They want like 200,000. Let me bring in Ryan Reilly, who's joining us now. Okay, so just to recap, right, this note went out, this sort of email right in the early days of the Trump administration that basically suggested that workers would get kind of it's not quite a severance package, but it's like that, a deferred resignation package, basically, right? Then a judge comes in and says, nope, pause that. There's actually some legal questions here. Now the judge is lifting that pause. So what happens from here?
Yeah, I mean, the standing issue is one basically saying that these unions don't have, the standing to bring this forward. So theoretically, you could see some other lawsuit from actual employees who would be impacted, although it's kind of a little tricky, right, because you're talking about employees who are being offered something. They don't necessarily have to take it. So I think this is one of those ones that's going to play out for a while. But, just to sort of set the base here, I'm at the Justice Department now. We just had a press conference with the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and she described Elon Musk as a friend. And, Elon Musk has been the person driving a lot of this. She said that the Justice Department is going to be behind a lot of what Elon is doing and supporting him in any way that they can. It was one of the most unique press conferences I've seen. Probably the most unique press conference I've seen at the DOJ since, and I've been doing this for a minute now, and it was just quite something where you had these optics of these, they were announcing a civil lawsuit, and they had these officers in jackets that they would use to go on a raid, standing behind the Attorney General, and it was just, I think it was quite a moment. It's a different tone that is being set by the Justice Department here.
Yeah, clearly a different tone here. And I think people look at the pace of some of these moves. We have this big list we've been keeping track of the way that federal courts have slowed or stopped some of the actions that the Trump administration has wanted to take. You see this list here. There's, I think, 9 items there. First one is that, or second one of them up there is the federal employee buyout program. You see it there, pause lifted. These were never meant to be, in this particular instance and many others, they're not meant to be indefinite or permanent, right, for the most part. A lot of this is kind of buying time for the courts to figure out what is the actual legality of some of this stuff. Do we have that right?
Yeah, precisely, right. This is just the temporary decisions deciding whether this can continue or this can sort of pause while the actual merits are examined, while there's a deeper inquiry into it. So it's sort of a different standard than the actual lawsuit, which could take, years to go through this process. I mean, I think that that's what you're going to see in a lot of these cases, that this is just going to drag out, especially, from individuals who feel as though they were unlawfully terminated. Those lawsuits are going to take a very long time to pay out. And if there are any, if ultimately those decisions were found to have been unlawful, taxpayers are going to be on the hook for that down the line. But I think that the impact of what Donald Trump had wanted to do initially will have already been felt, for example, with those Jack Smith prosecutors that were fired, even if that takes forever to go through the court system. Safe
to say, though, that for now, this is a win, at least at the moment, for the Trump administration when it comes to this fork in the road email? The buyout package? And, yes, I think it's for now, yes. But I mean, a lot of these will be working their way through. And Pam Bondi was, made very clear during her press conference that she thinks that, ultimately the Supreme Court is going to side with them if this is brought all the way up there in any of these lawsuits. And they're going to be, fighting pretty aggressively for Donald Trump's agenda here. Ryan Reilly, thank you very much for jumping in front of a camera with this breaking news for us tonight here on the show. Appreciate that.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.